Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared2Wolfie here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we're going ahead and doing the GMC CCKW LWB with a crew of 2. Dimensions you can see on screen now has a length of 6.86 meters. Its roll was a 6x6 cargo truck and the number built was a whopping 562,000 plus. Armaments include none and it had no armor, though some variants were equipped with anti-aircraft guns. Engine you can see right now, a GMC 91 horsepower. Performance at max speed is 72 kilometers per hour, and that's about it for this, guys. And enjoy the tutorial. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Scared2Wolfie here, bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be going ahead and doing the GMC CCKW 2.5 ton 6x6 truck. This right here is the CCKW 353, which is the long wheelbase version of it. Which means basically it has 6 wheels. The shorter base, the 352, only has 4 wheels. So this is the longer base one, and the one that's a little bit more iconic, I would say. The 4x4 is definitely not as famous as the 6x6. This was a U.S. Army cargo truck that saw heavy service both in World War II and the Korean War. It was the original Deuce and a half, and it formed the backbone of the famed Red Bull Express that kept the Allies armed with supplies as they pushed eastward after the Normandy invasion. As I mentioned, the CCKW comes in many variants, including open or closed tab, and then the long wheelbase version and the short wheelbase, and a bunch of different specialized models and field modifications. Basically, there is a ton of different versions of this truck, and of course, my goal is to eventually do them all. But this is the long wheelbase variant of it, and of course, we'll have many more coming in the future. It's basically, it's began to get phased out with the deployment of the 6x6 M35 in 1950, but remained in active service in the U.S. or with the U.S. Until the mid 60s. And it's related to the Chevrolet G506, which I believe I actually have designed in my line. I don't think I have a tutorial for it yet, but they're pretty much made in the same factories and all that stuff. But overall, this vehicle is really cool. I love the way it came out. I think it's very awesome. I love the way it came out, and as you guys probably may have saw, I've released a video of a time-lapse of me building it, so feel free to go ahead and check that out if you guys are interested in kind of seeing a little quick time-lapse of this vehicle actually being built. And it seems like you guys really like it, so I'm going to try to do a few more of those blitz builds for you guys here and there. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the vehicle, and we'll go and pop into the tutorial. So to start off with, you have the front up here. Front headlights and all that stuff. On some versions of the CCKW, I saw these little orange lights here. They might have possibly been blinkers. Not sure. They could have just been hazard lights. Either one, I'm not 100% sure on the exact purpose of them, but I went ahead and included them there with zombie heads. They look pretty nice. On the front here, you have the front bumper, which would house a winch here so that they can obviously maybe pull trucks out that were stuck in the mud, or do various different stuff like that. You can, I mean, your imagination can go run wild what they can do with a winch in a battle scenario. So they have that on there. Coming to the cab itself, nothing too fancy with it. Pretty nice design for it. You get the side mirrors and just overall nice shaping to it. Looks pretty nice. And of course, on the back here, you have the canopy with it over and all that stuff. The covered version, which most of the CCKWs had. Was this kind of canvas material going over the top, and of course you can modify it without it, and it would still look perfectly fine. And just on the back here, a little bit of detail in here. You got brake lights, and you can see part of the chassis coming along the back here and all that. And of course your wheelbase 6x6 vehicle, as I mentioned early on, and the chassis itself. And I think you guys are gonna really enjoy the chassis, especially when you guys get to blowing the tutorial up for its layers and stuff. You'll really notice that I paid a lot of attention to the detail of the chassis, and I did my very best to replicate it as best I can. So hopefully you guys do enjoy that, and overall just enjoy the build. So overall, that's pretty much it to cover it. Pretty awesome build, if I do say so myself, and hopefully you guys do enjoy. Definitely a new nice design for the CCKW, definitely well deserved and definitely well needed, considering that my last tutorial was pretty much posted. Funny enough, as the time I'm recording this will be out tomorrow, but on August 4th, which is the day I'm recording this, this vehicle was actually uploaded, funny enough, 2 years ago, as my first version for it. So just kind of a funny little thing there. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this little thing, and let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by starting off with our first layer, layer 1. Alright guys, so moving on to layer 1. Now for layer 1, what we want to do is you want to go ahead and start off by going to the wheels. We're going to go ahead and start off by getting our wheelbase set up. So for this, we're going to place down 2 narrow brick stairs upside down, back to back like this. This right here is going to form your right front wheel. So if you're building this in a certain area, just take note that the right front wheel is pretty much right there. And you can kind of get a general idea on its size and all that stuff. With that finished, we want to go ahead and go to the second stair back. So our front's going to be facing this direction. So we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 stone brick top slabs across like that from that upside down narrow brick stair. Narrow brick stair right here, and then one on the back of it just like that to make your wheelbase. Once you guys have that done, going back from the center stone brick top slab, we're going to place down 1 and 2 end rods. We then want to place down 2 stone brick top slabs, followed by 2 more end rods going back like so. Once you get done with that, we're going to go and take our stone brick top slabs. We're going to place down a row of 3 like this, followed by another brick stair upside down on either side like this. And we're going to place down another brick stair coming off the back of it like so. Once you guys have that done, we're going to go ahead and go to the center here, the center line. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 stone brick top slabs back. We're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick top slab on either side of the third one like that. And then we're going to go ahead and place down another brick stair like this, and an upside down one on the back of it. Same thing over here, like so, to make your bottom half of your wheels. And once you have that done, that's going to pretty much do it for your wheelbase. As you guys can see, overall pretty simple design. Looks really good from above, and that's pretty much what you guys want to have. Once you guys have that all finished, we can go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer 2. Alright guys, so moving on to our next layer here, we have layer 2. Now for layer 2, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and start off by taking our narrow brick stairs, and we're just going to place down 2 upside down stairs back to back on top of the 2 narrow brick upside down stairs, basically to make a circle, which looks something like this for the wheels of the vehicle. And you're just going to go ahead and repeat that process all around the build, just like this. And you're going to go ahead and basically just make these wheels completely full and filled in just like that. So you should get something that kind of looks like this for the wheels. There you go. So you have your wheelbase pretty much all complete. Now, going ahead and moving on, we're going to start off by going to the very front up here. Now, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and place in a green stankway block on top of this stone brick top slab, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall on either side. We're then going to go ahead and do the same thing, go 1 block forward, so a green stankway block come off the one right there, and then a mossy cobblestone wall on either side of it, so you get something that kind of looks like that for the front there. Now, once you guys have that done, if you guys want to go ahead and add the bumper on, which you guys don't have to, but I would recommend doing it because I think it makes the vehicle look really cool, we're going to go ahead and put down a stone full block coming off this green stankway block, and on either side of the stone full block, we're going to go ahead and place down a nice dark oak wood stair like that. Now, once you have that done, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a dark oak wood fence gate. We're going to place down one like this, so we're going to open it up. Same thing over here on this side. We're going to place down a placeholder block and have a fence gate on top of it, opened up, facing toward the front, just like that. And then taking our signs, we're just going to go ahead and crouch and put signs pretty much all along these blocks here in the front here. And this is just going to go ahead and simply make the front bumper just like that for the front. Now with that finished, we can go ahead and continue on. Now going ahead and moving on, we're going to place down a row of 3 of green stained clay, followed by an upside down dark oak wood stair on either side like that. Going ahead and moving on, we're going to place down another row of 3 of green stained clay, and then we're going to place down a dark oak wood half slab on either side. We're going to place down a second row of 3, and we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood stair facing this direction on either side of that row of 3 of green stained clay. Going ahead and continuing on, another row of 3 of green stained clay, followed by a dark oak wood stair like this coming off the side here, so you create a corner stair with that previous stair we just placed down. Same thing over here, just like that for the sides there. After you guys have that done, we're going to go ahead and place down a green stankway block in the center here, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall on either side. Now with our mossy cobblestone walls now, we're just going to go ahead and go back all the way down like this till we stick out one past this narrow brick stair right here. So just one past it, like so. Same thing over here. We're just going to run this all the way back until we stick out one past the rear, just like that. Now, in between these mossy cobblestone walls, we're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall to create a kind of a line that goes across here. And we also want to go ahead and go to this space right here, and we're also going to place down one as well. So if you look at it, it should look something like this. Then we want to go ahead and grab ourselves a stone brick half slab, and on top of the stone brick top slabs here for the axles, we're just going to place down a stone brick half slab on top of the top slab, like so. For the little bit of more to the axle for the wheels there, just like that. Now, once you have that done, we're going to go ahead and come to the back here. We're going to place down a wooden trapdoor coming off of these dark oak wood, or sorry, my bad, these narrow brick stairs which will be part of the mud flap here on the back, which we'll get to a little bit more later. And then in the very center here, come off this cobblestone wall, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a stone brick half slab. We're going to place down one stone brick half slab coming off the back here if you want to have a trailer hitch. Again, if that's only if you really want a trailer hitch. If not, you can just go ahead and disregard it. One thing I want to go ahead and also point out is over here on the side, which is a little bit different from the other side, we do have a little box thing that comes off the side here, probably like a toolbox or something of that sort. So if you want to go ahead and throw this on, you guys don't have to, but if you do, we're going to place down 2 green stained clay blocks, followed by 2 signs on the side of those green stained clay blocks, and also on the bottom of those blocks, we're going to place down 2 wooden trapdoors, just like that. And once you guys have that all finished, that's going to do it for layer 2, and with that, we can move on to layer 3. Alright guys, so moving on to layer 3. Now for layer 3, we're going to start off by going ahead and going to the front up here. Now on top of this green stained clay block that's right next to this stone full block, we're going to place down a green stained clay block on top of it, followed by an upside down dark oak wood stair like this on either side. Coming off that dark oak wood stair on either side, we're going to place down a dark oak wood top slab, just like that, to go ahead and pretty much make the fenders. With that complete, going ahead and continuing on, behind this green stained clay block, we're going to place down a second one. And then we're going to place down an upside down dark oak wood stair that's a corner stair, come off of this dark oak wood stair on either side, just like that. So you're going to create something that pretty much looks like that. And then come off the corner stair, we're just going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood top slab, like so. With that done, we're going to place down a row of 3 of green stained clay, followed by a dark oak wood stair like this on either side. After you guys have that done, we're going to go ahead and place down a second row of 3 of green stained clay. And we're going to also go ahead and grab ourselves a stone button, and we're just going to go and place down a stone button on either side of this row 3 of green stained clay. Then we're going to place down a snow block like this on either side, leave a space open here in the middle if you want to put like a little bit of a seat. And you could also modify this if you want to have like a little bit of a seat actually showing, which is completely possible. We'll go ahead and go into our inventory here, and we'll grab ourselves a nether brick half slab. We'll place down a nether brick half slab in here. We can leave this green stained clay block open to kind of show a place where like the pedals would go, where the feet would kind of go for the driver. And you could also go ahead and just place down a nether brick full block right back here in this section to kind of create a little bit of illusion of the seat kind of going up here. Again, that's if you guys want to. There's not really much interior space other than that for anything, so that's just if you guys want to. Now on either side of this green stained clay block, or sorry, this nether brick block, if you decide to use it, we're going to place down a green stained clay block, or you can just place down a row 3 green stained clay. Either way will work. Now when we get to this section here, we're going to go ahead and place down a row 3 of green stained clay, just pretty much going back. As you guys can see, we're just going to have this long kind of section that goes along here, just like that. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to go ahead and start off by placing down a row 3 of green stained clay. And then we're going to go and take our green stained clay blocks along the sides here. We're going to run it all the way back until you get to this point right here where these blocks kind of, these cobblestone walls kind of connect up right here. You're going to stop right before that. And the same thing with this row going back as well. Now coming off these 2 rows of green stained clay, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood upside down stairs, just like that for the back, and this is kind of like the supports here. This built upon the chassis to support the bed of the truck. Now if you guys want to add a little bit more onto it for the spare tire, one thing you guys can do is you can go ahead and take your nether brick and place down 2 nether brick full blocks like this on the side here, so you can see where this first row of 3 green stained clay is. And taking a sign, we're just going to place down a sign on the front of those blocks, just like that for the spare tire. If not, you're just going to place down 2 dark oak wood top slabs in the place of these nether brick full blocks, and you're going to place down a sign coming off of it like so. Again, up to you guys. Now after this nether brick full block, or whatever you decided to do here, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 nether brick top slabs going back like so. When you get to this point here, we're going to place down a nether brick upside down stair, and make sure that's upside down so it looks like it connects up to the wooden trapdoor for the mud flap on the back. And then along the back here, we're just going to go and take our dark oak wood top slabs and place down a row of 3 that goes across to this side. And you're going to pretty much replicate the same thing over here on this side. So a dark oak wood upside down stair, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 dark oak wood top slabs. If you decide to go ahead and put this little cargo crate on the side here, you're going to place down an upside down dark oak wood stair like this, followed by a dark oak wood top slab, and then a sign coming off the top slab like so. And again, that's only if you went ahead and put the little box here. If not, you're just going to replace this upside down stair with the dark oak wood top slab. Now for the inside here, very simple. You're just going to go and take dark oak wood top slabs and pretty much fill in this whole space in the inside here, so you just get something that kind of looks like that. And yeah, once you guys have that all done, it's going to pretty much do it for this layer. The one last thing we need to do actually is we need to go to this green stained clay block on the front here, and we're just going to place down a ladder on it like that to kind of make the front grill. And other than that, that's nearly it. Actually, one last thing. I'm kind of realizing that I have a few things I need to do, a few little minor details, so it's nothing major. So let's see, we're going to need some red stained glass and some item frames. Now we're going to go ahead and go to these two top slabs right here of dark oak wood. We're going to place down signs, or sorry, my bad, item frames on it, followed by a red stained glass block in the item frame for the brake lights, and then a sign on the item frame like so to go ahead and kind of create those back tail lights. So something that looks just like that. And with that all done, that's going to pretty much do it for layer 2, or yeah, layer 3. And with that, we can go ahead and move on to layer 4. Alright guys, so moved on to layer 4. Now for layer 4, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and start off by going up to the very front here again. And we're just going to take our dark oak with half slabs and place down a row of 3 that goes across the front like that. We're then going to place down an item frame on the 2 dark oak wood top or half slabs on the sides there. And then we're going to place down a sign as well on the item frames. And then actually in the item frames, we're going to take our glass blocks and place down one like that on either side there to make the front headlights, which looks something just like that. With that finished, we then want to go ahead and take our zombie heads, and on the sides here of this row 3 of dark oak with half slabs, we're just going to place down a zombie head like that on either side. Now once you have that finished, we're going to place down a snow block here in the very top here. This is in case you want to put the army star on the hood as well. If not, you're just going to replace that with a green stained clay block. But coming off of this snow block, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair like this on either side coming off of it. And then with that finished, we're just going to go and place down a green stained clay block in the center like this, followed by a second dark oak wood stair going back like that on either side. One thing that's also fun that you guys can do is you can go to the dark oak wood stairs, place down an item frame on it, and you can grab yourself a shovel or something like that. Let's see if I can actually grab this shovel. There we go. You can place down like a shovel in the item frame and kind of flick it back a few times like that or something to kind of show some extra tools or something like that kind of strapped onto the sides and stuff, because I did see some pictures where they are actually strapped on kind of over these vents. So again, it's up to you guys, but that's just one of the customization options you guys can use. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and continue on. So we're going to place down a row 3 of green stained clay across, and we're not going to place down any levers yet at the moment. We're going to save those for the next layer. And then on these snow blocks, we're just going to place down a dark oak with half slab on either side. When you get to this section here, we're going to place down a green stained clay block on either side, followed by a nether brick full block going up like that if you want to have the seat there. If you don't really care about the seat, you can just go and place down a row 3 of green stained clay that goes all the way across, and it won't matter. After that, we're going to go and take a tripwire hook. We're going to place it down on either side just like this to make the door handle. And once you get done with that, we're going to go ahead and move to the bed of the truck now. Now for this section here, we're just going to take our green stained clay blocks, place down a row of 3 that goes all the way across like this. And we just want to go ahead and simply take a sign, and on the other side of this row of 5 of green stained clay, we're just going to place down a sign like so. Going ahead and going back along the sides, we're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall, followed by a green stained clay block. And on the green stained clay blocks, we're all going to put signs on them. So every single green stained clay block we do for the rest of this layer, we're going to put down a sign on the side. So then we have our green stained clay block, 2 mossy cobblestone walls, green clay, a sign on the side of it, I cannot speak, oh my gosh, cobblestone wall, and then a green clay block, followed by signs around the green stained clay block, like so. Now with that finished, we're then going to go ahead and take our mossy cobblestone, place down 1, 2, and 3 across the back here, and then a green clay block, and pretty much the same thing we did on the air side here. A little bit repetitive, but it's pretty much the bed of the truck, so to be expected. And this is going to go all the way up and connect up to this point here. And again, don't forget your signs on those green stained clay blocks. Now in the space that's inside here for the bed of the truck, we're going to go and take some wooden pressure plates and just put them down like this, just to kind of give a nice color to it. Kind of a nice consistent color instead of having all those greens and browns. So it kind of looks nice and uniform. That looks pretty good on the back there. And once you guys have that all done, that's going to pretty much do it for this layer. The one last thing we need to do is we just need to take some green carpet. And on this dark oak with top slab behind the zombie head, we're just going to place down a green carpet, just like that on either side, to kind of give a more green consistent color. Other than that, guys, you guys are done with layer 4. And with that, we can move on to layer 5. Alright guys, so moving on to layer 5. Now for layer 5, we're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and go into the front portion up here. Now, we have this row 3 here of green stained clay blocks. We're going to place down a dark oak wood fence post on either side, followed by a green carpet in the middle, in between them. We then want to place down a row 3 of green carpet, coming off of it, like so, followed by a green carpet on either side of these upside down nether brick stairs, or sorry, dark oak wood stairs, just like that for the front there, to kind of give a nice green hood to the vehicle. With that finished, one thing we want to go ahead and add to the sides here is we want to go ahead and throw on these zombie heads. Now we're going to place down a block, and we're going to place the zombie head so it's a little bit angled in toward the driver. like kind of like a side mirror would. And we're going to do that on both sides here and try to keep the same angle. It kind of depends. You could kind of have different angles here depending on how you place the heads, but you want them to be relatively at the same angle. And once you guys have that done, we're going to go ahead and take our levers, and we're going to place down a lever underneath the zombie head on that green Stankway block and have it flicked upwards so it looks like it connects up, and that's going to create your side mirrors. With that complete, we can go ahead and continue on. Now, along the back here, right here, we're going to place down a row of 3 of green stained clay, going up like so. With that finished, we want to take smooth sandstone. We're going to place down a row of 5 that goes all the way across. And this is if you guys want to go ahead and have a some canvas covering to it. If you guys don't want to have a canvas covering, you can go ahead and pretty much leave this alone. But if you guys want to, we're going to go ahead and fill this in. And also, if you have a canvas covering, one thing you may want to do is put mossy cobblestone walls across the back here, just kind of keep it a little bit more uniform. But we're just going to go ahead and use row 5 of green stained clay because I think it looks a little bit better. Plus, it hides the nether bricks full block if you decide to use it. What we're going to do is we're just going to take smooth sandstone blocks and pretty much go around the entire perimeter. Besides these 3 mossy cobblestone walls, just like this, and this is going to pretty much create the canvas material like so. And of course, if you want to have the back covered up, you can always just go ahead and cover it up, place down a row of 3 across. But for the tutorial, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it open like that because I think it looks a little bit better with the back open. Other than that, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for layer 5. And with that, we'll go ahead and move on to our last final layers here, layers 6 and 7, and we'll finish the build off. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving on to layers 6 and 7. Now for these layers, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start off by grabbing ourselves some of these green carpets here. And we're just going to place down a row of 3, one on top of the green carpet right here, and then 2 on top of these dark oak fence gates for the front there. After you have that done, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some dark oak with half slabs. We're going to place down a row of 3 on this row of 3 of green stankway, and then 1 row of 3 across the front here to go ahead and pretty much make the cover there, or the pretty much the roof to the basically the cab. Now you guys can also switch this out for canvas as well. There's some variants of the truck that have canvas as well, so you can kind of go crazy with that. But we're just going to go and keep it the traditional, just full metal cab. Now with that complete, we're going to go ahead and focus now on doing this canvas material here if you guys are deciding to do it. Now for this, very simply, we're going to place down a sandstone stair facing this direction, followed by 1 facing this direction. We're going to place down a half slab on the back of the stair. Same thing right here, stair facing this one, and then 1 facing that one like that. Sandstone half slab, and then again the same thing, sandstone stair, and then sandstone stair like that to kind of create a little side there, and it kind of shows the rivets in the canvas where the kind of the supports to support the canvas material would actually be. The frame kind of is what I'm referring to. That's what we're trying to kind of show there. Now with that done, we're going to place down a row of 3 of smooth sandstone up here in the front. And then we're just going to take our sandstone top slabs and go all the way back like this. And we're going to leave the center space open. And we're going to go and go to this side and do the same thing. A row of sandstone top slabs going all the way back to this section here. And then we just want to repeat the same process over here with the stairs. So just like this. Same thing. Stairs like this going all the way down like this and like that. So you get something that kind of looks like this so far. Now the last thing we want to do is we just want to go and take our sandstone slabs on top of these sandstone top slabs and the smooth sandstone block. We're just going to place down a row of sandstone all the way back. Go ahead and go next to it. Do the same thing. Take this all the way back. Go next to this row and do the same thing. Go all the way back just like that to kind of create a nice curve to this basically canvas covering and everything like that. Once you guys have that done, it's going to pretty much do it for the GMC CCKW 2.5 ton 6x6 truck, also known as the LWB 353 cargo truck. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the vehicle. If you guys do end up using this design, I do have to say you guys give me proper credit for it. This may be anything from a sign on the build to a link to my channel or this video. If there's apparently social media sites, just be sure to give proper credit for the build. That's all I ask for when doing these tutorials. It helps my channel grow and it helps me continue to post these videos. So be sure to go ahead and give me credit. And as long as you guys do, you guys are free to use this for whatever projects you guys have going on and everything like that. Other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to suggest what World War II vehicles you guys want to see next time. And of course, I'll be sure to try to get to them as soon as I can. Other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.